Hi everybody, I'm Howard Lionheart, proudly serving as Executive Chairman and CEO of Lionheart Health Incorporated and Lionheart Longevity and Wellness Clinics. I'm here today to tell you about our licensing program. This is available to qualified clinics in exclusive territories, 4 exclusive territories around the world. We've already signed up 18 different locations, but there are many locations still left. This requires at minimum a $65,000 investment. We can finance it. We work with Brickhouse Capital in Scottsdale, Arizona for financing. You can put as little as $2,500 down. We deliver to you one of our bioelectric stimulators, 3 of our BOD-STIM suits, small, medium, and large, and a PRF centrifuge that supports our bioelectrically enhanced platelet-rich fibrin program. Lionheart Health was founded by Lionheart Ventures that has been doing research in organ regeneration all the way back to the early 1980s. We published our first regeneration paper working with Dr. Ray Scow and Dr. George McGovern in Pittsburgh in The Physiologist in 1989. And we've been working ever since then. Lionheart Ventures backed the team that completed the first regeneration of a heart without surgery using muscle stem cells in 2001. We've completed hundreds of thousands of experiments in our laboratories. We have a laboratory just off the campus of the University of California, Irvine here in Orange County, California. And we have achieved with the United States Patent and Trademark Office more than 500 patent claims related to organ regeneration, accelerated healing, medical aesthetics, and healthspan longevity. One of the patents that we have relates to bioelectrically controlling expression of the Klotho protein primarily from your muscles and your kidneys. And this, we believe, is going to be a fundamental part of helping people to extend their health span forward. We're just beginning a clinical study to prove that out as part of the X Prize Health Span competition. Of 600 entries, Lionheart Health has made it as a top 40 semi-finalist in the $101 million X Prize Health Span competition. This competition is based on improving muscle health, brain health, and immune health with the goal to prove the ability to extend health span 20 years, or you could say reverse aging 20 years. If you haven't heard of Klotho, I encourage you to look it up. There's over 4,300 papers published on Klotho since 1997. The discoverer of Klotho, Professor Makoto Kuro from Japan, just came as the keynote speaker of the Klotho conference that we sponsored just a couple of weeks ago here in Orange County, California. He demonstrated in a mouse model that when Klotho was blocked, those animals died 80% younger than normal animals, and on the way to dying, suffered aging-related ailments earlier in their life. And then he supplemented Klotho with injections in these mice and found that those mice lived 30% longer. So the differential between the two, 80% younger, dying 80% younger when Klotho was blocked, and living 30% longer than normal if Klotho was supplemented, 120% differential between low Klotho and high Klotho. Since then, over 4,300 papers have been published, and the clear conclusion of all these papers is that if you're low in circulating Klotho, you probably are aging more rapidly than you should, and you likely will encounter all aging-related ailments earlier in your life than you would like to. And this is from the tip of your head to the bottom of your toes. You're more likely to lose your hair, more likely to have cognition decline, memory decline, more likely to have depression, more likely to be addicted to something. Those two things might not be aging-related, but they're Klotho-related. More likely to have wrinkles on your face, more likely to encounter many types of cancer, including skin cancer. In fact, if you're high in Klotho, it protects you against sun damage, amongst other things. If you're low in Klotho, more likely to have a failing heart earlier in your life, a failing kidney, more likely to have high blood pressure, that is still being gathered, more likely to have diabetes, more likely to have slow healing wounds, more likely to have sexual health decline earlier in your life, more likely to have joint pain. And if you elevate Klotho, many studies, including many studies that we are supporting, Lionheart Health and Lionheart Ventures have supported more than a dozen clinical trials, mostly in Brazil, South Africa, and other locations outside of the United States. But we are proving one study after another. Most recently, we just did a joint health study. We call it the OrthoStim product. Spectacular results. People entered the trial with pain index in their knee of 8 out of 10 and exited just a few weeks later after just a few bioelectric stimulation treatments to increase Clotho to fight knee osteoarthritis. They dropped to a pain index of 2 out of 10. So from 8 out of 10 to 2 out of 10 in just a few weeks. And we're documenting if we continue treatment and perhaps add bioelectrically enhanced platelet-rich fibrin injections, we might be able to move that 2 down to 0, which is our goal. Over a dozen clinical trials have been completed. Please visit lionheartlongevity.com. Please write us, and we'll send you any data that you're interested to read. And if you're interested to join one of our clinical trials, we have clinical trials for hair regeneration, skin regeneration, sexual health, joint health, rapid body toning, including losing weight without losing muscle. Everybody's heard about the GLP-1 drugs, and they seem to be quite effective in losing weight, but oftentimes it's accompanied by losing muscle mass, which is not good for longevity. In fact, many studies are proving if you're going to do one thing to try to improve your longevity and health span, keeping your muscle mass and your muscle strength is probably one of the most important things. Please visit lionheartlongevity.com. Please write to us. Please think about joining our clinical study that's upcoming. We call it the Lionheart Clotho Wellness Program. It requires you to eat healthy meals with the help of metabolic meals. These fresh meals will be delivered to your home. These are low in carbs, definitely no ultra-processed foods included, low in sugar, high in protein, a type of diet that favors increasing Clotho. We also have curated supplements such as Rejuvenant out of Florida, and here in Orange County, SNP Nutrigenomics. Now, SNP Nutrigenomics is unique in that they take a saliva sample and they send it to their laboratory and they determine by your own DNA the exact supplement mix that will be best for you, personalized to you. And that's part of our protocol. And then we have this BODSTIM suit. It's FDA cleared under prescription for augmenting the benefits of exercise, particularly building more muscle more quickly in healthy subjects. So this is not for treating disease, but it's for healthy people, relatively healthy people, normal aging people, to build muscle more quickly. We require in the clinical trial that you wear the BODSTIM suit 1 hour at least 2 days a week, so 2 hours a week. You can increase that to 3 hours a week. 20 minutes of that hour should be some kind of exercise that you choose. The rest of the time, a little bit of stretching and warm up, and the final 40 minutes, you can do anything you want, but we want you to keep the suit on with the stimulation going on to get the most benefit out of your time with the BODSTIM suit. This is manufactured by Winespro Spain for us, and we program in a particular protocol of signals that through research we've identified are even better than any signals for getting the healthy expressions of proteins out of your muscle. That normally happens with exercise, it just happens a little bit better with the right stimulation. Again, visit lionheartlongevity.com. There is more choices and options in the protocol for the Lionheart Clotho Wellness Program. We're submitting this week to the Institutional Review Board to get permission to begin enrolling patients in the trial. It does require informed patient consent. You will have a consultation with one of our 5 physicians and see if you qualify, see if it's the right fit for you. And if you're a clinic and listening to this and you would like to be a clinic that enrolls in our Lionheart Clotho Wellness Program with the right training and the right certification, you could participate in enrolling patients. After coming to our clinic in Newport Beach for training, we'll come to you for a second round of training, and we have a lot of training tools to make sure that you do it right. Thank you, everybody. Howard Lionheart, Executive Chairman and CEO of Lionheart Health Incorporated and Lionheart Longevity and Wellness Clinics. Visit lionheartlongevity.com to learn more. Thank you.